All right, you badass wedding warriors, buckle up because we're about to rip into this social media marketing game and ditch the fluffy bullshit for some real-world tactics that actually work. We all know there's a mountain of advice out there that's about as useful as a screen door on a submarine. So we are cutting through the crap and getting straight to the good stuff. We are dissecting wedding industry's social media marketing, a no BS guide, and trust me, this book is our kind of jam. So grab your drink of choice, get ready to take some damn notes, and let's turn your social media game from blah to bam, bitch, book me.
This book is a breath of fresh air in a world of wedding unicorns and rainbows. It gets that you're running a business, not a goddamn charity, and need to attract clients who are ready to pay for your talent, not haggle over pennies.
Damn straight. It's time to stop treating social media like a high school popularity contest and start using it like the powerful marketing tool it is. And speaking of powerful tools, let's break down these platforms. Starting with the visual playground that is Instagram, this book calls Instagram a visual overlord. And they're not wrong. You're going to need to your A game when it comes to imagery.
The book dives into the stats too, and it's pretty eye-opening. Wedding brands on Instagram are seeing a 2.3% monthly growth rate, which might not sound like much, but that's huge in the social media world. And get this, most of those brides are aged 18-34, prime wedding planning territory.
Translation: if you're not killing it on Instagram, you're missing out on a shit ton of potential clients. So ditch those blurry iPhone pics and invest in some high-quality visuals that make your ideal clients drool. Think drool-worthy venues, floral arrangements that could make a nun swear. You know, the good stuff.
Exactly. And remember, it's not just about static images anymore. The book really emphasizes the power of reels. It's like having a mini commercial that showcases your style, your energy, and the magic you bring to weddings. And the stats back it up. Reels outperform static posts 3 to 1.
3 times. So basically, if you're not using Reels, you are shooting yourself in the goddamn foot. Steal some awesome shots from your clients, with their permission, of course. Throw on a trending audio track and watch the magic happen. Tag some relevant influencers too while you're at it. It's all about maximizing your reach.
What's interesting about this is that Instagram is like your digital storefront. It's where you can entice potential clients to click that book now button, but you've got to make it hot. And this book gives you the tools to do just that.
Okay, let's move on from the perfectly curated world of Instagram to the platform that is basically the online equivalent of a shot of espresso to the heart. TikTok. I know, I know. Some of you are probably rolling your eyes and thinking TikTok is for kids doing silly dances. But here's the thing. Those kids are getting married. And they're using TikTok for wedding inspiration.
The book highlights this shift, and it's kind of mind-blowing. TikTok has a 4.6% engagement rate for wedding brands, and it is growing like a weed. We're talking 12% growth, which is insane compared to other platforms. And it's not just Gen Z either. Millennials and Gen X are catching on, so ignoring TikTok is basically ignoring a huge chunk of your potential client base.
Think of TikTok as the ultimate behind-the-scenes pass for your business. Give them a glimpse of your personality, your process, your team, the stuff that makes you unique and relatable. And don't be afraid to have some fun. Jump on those trending #wedding talk hashtags, show off your skills, and make people laugh.
The book emphasizes authenticity and humor, and it's spot on. People want to see the real you, not some polished, perfect version that doesn't exist. And remember, almost half of Gen Z couples use TikTok for wedding inspo. That's a stat you can't ignore.
Damn right. So ditch the stuffy wedding bullshit and let your freak flag fly on TikTok. Show them what makes you tick, why you love what you do, and why they should trust you with their big day. All right, now let's move on from the fast-paced world of TikTok to a platform that is all about long-term love and SEO magic, Pinterest.
Pinterest isn't about instant gratification, it's about playing the long game. Think of it as a visual search engine, where those gorgeous photos and meticulously curated boards just sit there waiting to be discovered by your dream clients, even years after you have pinned them. The book calls it the mood board that pays forever, and I love that.
It is like planting a goddamn money tree that keeps on giving. But here's the thing. You have got to know how to plant it right. This book stresses the importance of treating Pinterest like the search engine it is. We are talking keyword-rich descriptions that would make Google blush. Seriously, SEO your pins like your business depends on it. Because guess what? It fucking does.
And don't forget to link those pins back to your website or blog posts. You're driving traffic and generating leads, not just posting pretty pictures for the hell of it.
Right. Think of Pinterest as your visual sales funnel, guiding potential clients toward your services with every strategically pinned image. And guess what? 64% of engaged couples are using Pinterest for planning. That's over half your target audience just hanging out, waiting to be wowed by your brilliance.
This book dives into the psychology of Pinterest too, which is fascinating. Couples are actively searching for inspiration and solutions, which means they're primed to click, book, and make their wedding dreams a reality. So make sure your Pinterest game is strong, people. Showcase your best work. Create boards that are drool-worthy, and use keywords like they're going out of style.
Okay, now let's switch gears from the visual platforms and talk about the OG social media giant, the one that's been around since your grandma was rocking a beehive. Facebook. I know. Facebook might seem a little old school compared to the shiny new toys, but don't underestimate its power.
This book calls Facebook the community beast, and they ain't lying. Think about it. Facebook is where you can really connect with your target audience, build relationships, and answer their questions. It's all about fostering trust and showing your expertise.
It's like your virtual wedding crasher, but in a good way. You are showing up, being helpful, and letting those couples get to know the awesome human behind the brand. And here's a stat that might surprise you. 74% of couples follow at least one wedding vendor on Facebook. So, yeah, it's still relevant as hell.
What's interesting about Facebook is the sheer number of couples who are already there. Actively looking for vendors and information, the book highlights the importance of using Facebook groups and events. They're like virtual networking gold mines.
Seriously, Facebook groups are where it's at. Find groups that are relevant to your niche. Think local wedding planning groups, vendor groups, anything that aligns with your target audience, and get in there and mingle. Answer questions, offer advice, share your insights, and be that badass, helpful vendor that everyone wants to work with.
Facebook events are another great tool for promoting open houses, workshops, or any other events you are hosting. It's a way to get people excited about your brand and give them a taste of what you're all about.
All right, let's move on from the community-driven world of Facebook to the platform that is often overlooked by wedding vendors, but has the potential to be a total game changer, YouTube. Now, I know what you're thinking. YouTube. Isn't that for cat videos and makeup tutorials? But trust me, this platform is a goddamn gold mine for wedding vendors, and this book explains why.
YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world, which means people are actively searching for information, and you can be the one providing it. This book calls YouTube the long game storyteller for a reason.
Think about it. Couples are searching for everything from venue tours and wedding planning tips to vendor reviews and behind-the-scenes glimpses of real weddings. And guess what? You can be the one serving up that content and positioning yourself as the go-to expert in your field.
Imagine couples stumbling upon your channel, binge watching your videos, and falling head over heels in love with your work before they even reach out. That is the power of YouTube.
But here's the catch. YouTube takes effort. You've got to be willing to invest the time and energy to create high-quality videos that keep viewers engaged. This book stresses the importance of investing in decent lighting and sound. Nobody wants to watch a video that looks like it was filmed in a dungeon. And don't skimp on the editing either.
Think of your YouTube channel as your personal wedding-themed reality show, where couples can get a front-row seat to your awesomeness. Give them venue tours, behind-the-scenes glimpses of your process, client testimonials, and anything else that showcases your personality and expertise.
Right. And remember to organize your videos into playlists. It's like creating a curated viewing experience. That keeps people coming back for more. All right, let's move on from the world of long-form video content to the platform that is all about quick hits and snappy comebacks. X, formerly known as Twitter. Now, let's be real. It's probably not going to be your main source of bookings, but it is still a valuable tool.
This book calls X a chatty little shit, and it's pretty accurate, it's fast-paced, it's opinionated, and it's not for the faint of heart. But it's a great way to connect with other vendors, share your insights, and stay up to date on industry trends.
Think of X as your virtual water cooler, where you can chat with other wedding pros, share your hot takes, and jump on trending hashtags. It is all about building relationships, staying relevant, and showing your personality.
The book dives into the demographics of X too, and it's interesting. The platform is dominated by the 18-29 age group, which means you are reaching a younger, more engaged audience.
And they are not afraid to share their opinions, which can be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how you handle it. Just remember, keep it real, keep it relevant, and keep it snappy. Nobody wants to read a novel on X. Okay, last but not least, let's talk about the platform that's all about business-to-business connections, LinkedIn. This is where you ditch the wedding fluff and put on your professional pantsuit.
This book calls LinkedIn the B2B big shot, and for good reason. Think about it. Planners, venues, photographers, florists, caterers, they're all on LinkedIn, looking for connections and potential partners. It's your chance to build a network of badasses who can help you grow your business.
Right. Think of LinkedIn as your virtual networking event, where you can connect with other industry rock stars, share your insights, and collaborate on projects that make you both look like geniuses.
The book encourages using LinkedIn to position yourself as a thought leader in the wedding industry, which is a great way to attract clients and collaborators. Share your blog posts, articles, or any other content that showcases your expertise and makes you stand out from the crowd.
So ditch the wedding cliches and talk about the real shit. Industry trends, business strategies, marketing tips, the stuff that makes you a valuable asset to other vendors. And don't be afraid to toot your own horn a little bit. Showcase your accomplishments, share your client testimonials, and let people know why you're the best in the business.
All right, so we've covered the individual platforms, but now let's talk about the bigger picture, your overall strategy. Randomly flinging content at the internet is about as effective as a chocolate teapot. So you need a plan, people.
You need a plan that aligns with your business goals and target audience. And this book provides a roadmap for figuring out which platforms deserve your attention and how to tailor your content to each one.
Think of this book as your personal social media guru, whispering sweet nothings of marketing wisdom in your ear. It helps you identify your ideal client, understand their needs, and figure out where they're hanging out online. Then you can create content that speaks directly to them, which is way more effective than just blasting out generic messages to the masses.
Right. It's about working smarter, not harder. And that is what this book is all about, giving you the tools and strategies to dominate the social media landscape without losing your goddamn mind. Now, let's take a quick breather from the strategy talk and dive into some specific tactics for each platform. We will be back in a flash to break down the nitty-gritty of how to make each platform work for you.
All right, you social media savants, let's get down to brass tacks and dissect some strategies for each platform. We'll start with Instagram, the reigning queen of visual storytelling. For all you wedding warriors out there, this book breaks down how to make Instagram your bitch, and trust me, it's a wild ride.
Instagram is like your online portfolio on crack. It's where you make potential clients drool over your work and think, I need this badass motherfucker at my wedding. It's all about showcasing your style, your energy, and the magic you bring to weddings.
Damn right. And remember those reels we were gushing over? They're not just pretty moving pictures, they're your secret weapon for reaching a wider audience and showing off your personality. Think of them as mini commercials for your brand,
Yeah.
but way less cheesy and a hell of a lot more entertaining.
Use Reels to highlight your recent work. Offer behind-the-scenes glimpses of your process, share expert tips, and jump on those trending audio clips. Don't be afraid to get creative and have some fun. And remember, consistency is key. Aim to post at least a few Reels a week to keep your audience engaged and those algorithms happy.
Now, let's talk about TikTok, the platform that's all about short, snappy, and attention-grabbing content. This book dives into how to make TikTok your playground, and it's all about embracing your inner weirdo.
TikTok is where you can let your freak flag fly and show your audience that you're not just a wedding vendor, you are a goddamn rock star. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Embrace your quirks, your humor, and your unique perspective.
And jump on those trending challenges and hashtags. Remember that hashtag wedding talk hashtag we mentioned earlier? That is your ticket to reaching a massive audience of engaged couples who are hungry for inspiration. The book actually suggests creating a series of TikToks around a specific theme or challenge to keep people coming back for more.
Think of it like a mini-series for your business, like behind the scenes with a badass florist or wedding hacks that don't suck, stuff that's actually useful and entertaining, not just another boring sales pitch. Now let's move on to Pinterest, the platform that's all about long-term love and SEO magic. This book breaks down how to make Pinterest your money-making machine, and it's all about strategy, baby.
The key here is to treat your Pinterest boards like a virtual storefront. Think of it as your beautifully curated shop window, showcasing your best work and enticing people to step inside and learn more. Use high-quality vertical images, write detailed descriptions that are chock full of relevant keywords, and link back to your website and blog posts. And don't forget to create boards that are specific to your niche.
This book gives a killer example. Let's say you are a wedding photographer. Create boards for different photography styles, wedding themes, and even specific locations like rustic barn weddings or destination elopements in the Italian countryside. shit that gets people dreaming.
The more organized and targeted your boards are, the easier it will be for potential clients to find you and fall in love with your work. And remember, Pinterest is a visual search engine, so those keywords are crucial. Use Pinterest's keyword research tool to find out what terms your ideal clients are searching for and sprinkle those bad boys throughout your descriptions.
Seriously, SEO your pins like your life depends on it, because in the online world, it kind of does. Now let's shift gears and talk about Facebook, the OG social media platform that is still a force to be reckoned with. This book talks about how to use Facebook to build a community and foster relationships. And it is all about ditching the hard sell and being a real goddamn human.
Facebook is all about building trust and providing value, so don't just spam people with promotional posts. Offer valuable content, share behind-the-scenes glimpses of your process, and engage in conversations with your followers. Make them feel like they know you, like you are their cool wedding BFF who just happens to be a badass vendor.
Right. It is all about creating a community around your brand, a tribe of people who love what you do and trust you with their big day. And don't forget about Facebook groups. They are gold mines for networking with other vendors and reaching a wider audience.
Find groups that are relevant to your niche and participate actively. Answer questions, offer advice, and share your expertise. Don't just lurk in the shadows, be a goddamn beacon of knowledge and awesomeness. You'll be amazed at how quickly you can build relationships and establish yourself as a trusted resource.
Facebook events are another great tool for building hype and getting people excited about your brand. Host an online Q&A session, a virtual open house, or a behind-the-scenes look at your process. Get creative and make it fun. Now let's talk about YouTube, the platform that is perfect for long-form content and establishing yourself as an expert in your field.
This book dives into how to make YouTube your bitch, and it's all about creating content that's both informative and entertaining. Think tutorials, behind-the-scenes videos, venue tours, client testimonials, anything that showcases your expertise and personality.
YouTube is your chance to create a library of valuable content that attracts potential clients and positions you as a thought leader. Think of it as your personal wedding-themed TV channel where you can share your knowledge, your passion, and your unique perspective.
Invest in decent lighting and sound, and don't be afraid to edit your videos to make them engaging and informative. You want people to binge watch your channel, not click away after 30 seconds.
And remember those playlists we talked about. Use them to organize your content and make it easy for viewers to find the videos that are most relevant to them. Now let's move on to X, the platform that is all about quick updates, industry chatter, and jumping on trending hashtags.
This book gives you the lowdown on how to use X effectively, and it's all about being quick, witty, and engaging. Keep your posts short and snappy, use relevant hashtags, and engage in conversations with other users.
X is like the Wild West of social media. It is fast-paced, it's unpredictable, and it's a great place to let your personality shine. Don't be afraid to share your opinions, your hot takes, and your behind-the-scenes shenanigans.
And don't forget to use humor. It's a great way to stand out from the crowd and make people remember you. Now let's wrap things up with LinkedIn, the platform that is all about business-to-business connections and professional networking.
LinkedIn is where you ditch the wedding fluff and put on your boss bitch pantsuit. It is all about showcasing your expertise, building relationships with other industry leaders, and positioning yourself as a thought leader.
This book talks about how to make LinkedIn work for you, and it's all about being strategic and intentional. Don't just connect with anyone and everyone. Focus on building relationships with people who can help you grow your business. Think planners, venues, other vendors, anyone who aligns with your brand and values.
So share your blog posts, your articles, your speaking engagements, anything that showcases your expertise and makes you stand out from the crowd. And don't be afraid to reach out to people and start conversations. LinkedIn is all about networking, so get out there and mingle, virtually, of course. Now, before we move on to our final segment, I want to emphasize one crucial point.
Tracking your results. It's all well and good to be posting like a maniac, but if you're not tracking your progress, you are basically flying blind. You need to know what's working, what's not, and where you need to adjust your strategy.
Luckily, all these platforms have built-in analytics that can give you valuable insights into your audience engagement and overall performance. So pay attention to those metrics, you data-driven bastards. They're your roadmap to social media success. Now, take a deep breath, grab another drink, and get ready for our final segment, where we'll be sharing some bonus tips and tricks to help you truly dominate the social media landscape. All right, you magnificent bastards, we're back for the final round of this social media smackdown. We've covered the platforms, the strategies, the data tracking. Now it's time for the secret sauce. The shit that separates the amateurs from the goddamn pros.
We are talking about the stuff they don't teach in those fluffy marketing courses. The ninja level tactics that will take your social media game from meh to motherfucking masterpiece. This book is packed with these little nuggets of wisdom, and we're about to drop some serious truth bombs on your asses.
First up, let's talk about the power of storytelling. You're not just selling a product or service. You are selling an experience, an emotion, a goddamn fairy tale.
And this book really nails it. It talks about the importance of connecting with your audience on an emotional level, making them feel something, transporting them to that magical wedding day they're dreaming of.
Think about it. People buy into stories, not sales pitches. So ditch the generic marketing bullshit and start weaving narratives into your content. Make your audience laugh, make them cry, make them want to book your ass on the spot.
Use your captions, your videos, your images to tell those stories, to showcase the heart and soul behind your brand, because that's what truly connects with people. That's what makes them say, hell yeah, I want this motherfucker to be a part of my wedding.
Damn straight. Now let's talk about another secret weapon, user-generated content. Your clients are your biggest fans, so let them do some of the marketing for you. This book dives into how to leverage the power of your tribe, and it's fucking brilliant.
Encourage your clients to share their experiences, their photos, their videos, and tag your brand. It's free advertising, and it's coming from the most authentic source possible. Happy, satisfied clients. It's like social proof on steroids. When potential clients see real people raving about your work, it builds trust, it builds credibility, it builds that I gotta have this factor.
So make it easy for your clients to share their love. Create a branded hashtag, run contests, offer incentives, whatever it takes to get those user-generated content gems flowing. And don't forget to repost and share that shit. Show your clients some love and watch the magic happen.
Now let's talk about the importance of engagement. Social media is not a one-way street. It's a goddamn conversation. This book stresses the importance of two-way communication, and it's something a lot of vendors get wrong.
Don't just post and ghost. Respond to comments, answer questions, engage in those DMs. Show your audience that you're listening, that you care, that you are not just a robot churning out content.
It's about building relationships, fostering that community vibe, making your followers feel like they're a part of something special. And here's another pro tip. Collaborate with other vendors. This book is all about building your tribe, and that includes connecting with other badasses in your niche.
The wedding industry is all about collaboration. So why not team up with other rock stars and create some killer content together? Run joint giveaways, host live events, cross-promote each other's services. The possibilities are endless.
It's a win-win situation. You get to tap into each other's audiences, expand your reach, and create some truly epic content that showcases the power of collaboration. And it's a hell of a lot more fun than trying to do everything yourself.
And finally, the most important tip of all, don't be afraid to experiment. The world of social media is constantly evolving, so what works today might not work tomorrow. This book encourages you to embrace the ever-changing landscape and to constantly be learning and adapting.
So stay curious, try new things, see what resonates with your audience, and don't be afraid to break the mold. Embrace those failures, learn from those mistakes, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
Because that's how you stay ahead of the curve. That's how you become a true social media maverick. So there you have it, folks. The No BS Guide to Conquering Social Media, complete with secret sauce and ninja-level tactics. Now go forth and unleash your social media superpowers, you magnificent bastards.
And remember, you got this. You're creative, you are resourceful, you are a goddamn force of nature. So get out there, make some noise, and show the world what you're made of.
We've given you the tools, the insights, and the no bullshit advice you need to take your social media game to the next level. Now it is up to you to put in the work and watch your bookings skyrocket. Go forth and conquer, you badass motherfuckers.